I did it for my country and for the young people dyan sa droga.
The end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
Is Duterte a hero or a villain? This is the burning question that has divided not only the Philippines, but the entire world.
State my case, of which I am certain.
The ICC does not scare me a bit. They can come here anytime.
Travel deep.
The war on drugs, the thousands of deaths, and now the International Criminal Court is getting involved. But the question remains, does Duterte deserve to stand trial at The Hague, or is this all part of a political agenda?
We are here as lawyers, advocates, and supporters of victims of extrajudicial killings during the time of President Rodrigo Duterte. We charge him as liable for crimes, the most heinous of which would be crimes against humanity in the acts of murder and other inhumane acts. And these acts would include illegal and wanton arrests and detention, torture, harassment, violations of the right against self-incrimination, and most critically, violation of the right against due process.
Resistance against this fascist regime is far from over.
More than this, I did it my way.
I did it for my country and for the young people dyan sa droga. No excuses, no apology. If I go to hell, so be it.
He is liable under the principle of command responsibility as the most senior leader, as the commander and the superior authority over police and other state security forces. He is liable for conspiracy because of the institution of a state policy to neutralize, negate whomever he identified as so-called quote-unquote enemies of the state under the guise of anti-drugs, anti-criminality, and anti-insurgency campaigns. He is liable as a principal by inducement or a principal by indispensable cooperation, having ensured that these killings and these crimes are committed with horrifying impunity.
Since I was a president, and there was this, until now, serious problem about drugs, I had to issue or make a policy statement about drugs. At all that happened, yung nangyari pursuant to my order to stop the drug problem in this country, akin yun. Akin yun. Ako ang nagbigay ng order kasi ginawa nila illegal or legal, akin yun. I take full responsibility for it.
I did it my way.
Alam ninyo, ako'y tao lamang. Kaya binabati ko pa rin, Merry Christmas. Kayong mga durugista, magdanakaw, mga korap, mga kriminal, at yung nagpapahirap sa Pilipino. Kaya kung ayaw ninyong minto at patuloy pa rin ang karahasan, ito na ang huli ninyong Merry Christmas.
In 2016, Duterte rose to power promising to tackle the drug problem head-on. But what followed was a violent war on drugs, leading to the deaths of thousands of Filipinos.
I am committed to stop drugs before I go out. which means to say, Father, Monsignor, Bishop, which means to say, marami pang patayan. I will not allow the ruin of the youth. Neither will I be mobilized into inaction by the fear that I will commit.
For many, Duterte was the savior who cleaned up the streets, but for others, his methods were brutal, leaving a trail of bloodshed. Now his actions are being questioned on the global stage.
The war against illegal drugs is far from over. Talagang binabastos tayo ng mga drug people. You know, one I said they're destroying the country and they're destroying the youth of the land. So my appeal to them is, since they are beyond redemption, if they can stop and commit suicide, because I will not allow these idiots to run the resort. Not during my watch.
He brought peace in our country by bringing eliminating drugs, eliminating criminals and corrupt politicians and officials of the government.
Here's where the debate heats up. On one side, you have Duterte supporters who argue that he did what was necessary to protect the nation. They claim this war on drugs saved lives and brought safety to the streets.
It would be better to kill drug suspects or persons who are generally involved with drugs rather than seeing civilians or innocent people getting killed.
Paano naging tama? Unang-una, ni hindi man napatunayan na sila nga ay drug user o drug pushers. Ni hindi man lang sila nag-drug test bago pinatay. Sinintensyahan agad ng kamatayan.
On the other side, you have critics who argue that Duterte's actions were unlawful. Human rights organizations say that the killings were unjustified, with thousands of innocent lives lost. And now, the ICC is stepping in to investigate whether his actions constitute crimes against humanity.
Mesdames les juges, la situation en République des Philippines, affaire le procureur contre Monsieur Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
I'm asking the ICC to hurry up, and if possible, they can come here and start the investigation tomorrow. This issue has been left hanging for so many years.
If yun ang gugustuhin ni PRRD, hindi naman kami haharang doon sa mga ICC. Hindi lang kami tutulong. Ngunit kung pumapayag siya na makipag-usap siya o magpa-imbestiga siya sa ICC, nasa kanya yun. Wala nang kaming desisyon doon.
Former Senator Lila de Lima said, Duterte is being made to answer, not me, but to the victims, to their families, to a world that refuses to forget. This is not about vengeance. This is about justice finally taking its course. The Free Legal Assistance Group said it welcomes the issuance by the ICC of the warrant of arrest against Mr. Rodrigo Roa Duterte and the action taken by the Philippine authorities to enforce the warrant against Mr. Duterte. It is a significant step towards ensuring accountability for the extrajudicial killings committed during his administration.
This isn't just about Duterte. It's about justice for the victims, the future of the Philippines, and whether our leaders should be held accountable, no matter who they are. What's at stake is the future of our country and the rights of every Filipino. Do we let this issue slip away, or do we demand answers? If Duterte faces trial, it could set a precedent for future Philippine leaders. But if he's exonerated, what message does that send about justice in the Philippines? Here's the crucial question. Should Duterte be tried at The Hague? Supporters say this is an unfair attack on Philippine sovereignty, and the Philippines should handle its own justice. On the other hand, critics say that the ICC has the duty to investigate crimes against humanity, no matter who the perpetrator is.
May I also say
Yes,
that I have been following the proceedings in the Senate. I've even read the final report.
Yes.
I've seen the thorough work that has been done by Senator Amy Marcos. Mention has been made of the arrest. Mention has been made even of the jurisdictional arguments.
Ang pag-aresto at pagsuko kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa ICC ay klarong may motibong politikal.
So, let's break it down. What happens if Duterte is convicted? Could it change the course of history for the Philippines? Could it set a new standard for how we hold our leaders accountable? But what if Duterte is acquitted? What happens to justice in the Philippines then? Will we see a future of impunity? Or will this lead to a new wave of reform? Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Should Duterte stand trial at The Hague? Or is this an unfair political attack? Drop a comment below with your thoughts and let's keep this conversation going. Like this video, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe for more updates on this case and other important topics. This debate is just getting started, and your voice is crucial. So, subscribe now and don't miss out on the next video. We'll dive deeper into the implications of this case and what it could mean for our country's future. Because when it comes to justice, every voice counts. See you in the next video.